What's up everyone? Today I'm going to review over 500 setups in this one video. So I'm just basically gonna work, no edits, and gonna explain what I'm looking at and if I like it, if I don't like it. So we have a long way to go. Let's get started. First, let's start with what I have in my watch list. SPYs, the index, Bitcoin, and QQQ are kind of just indicators for broader market conditions. AXTI, I took this entry here. I'm in this position as of right now. Looks pretty good. Decent breakout, small range. I actually like this one. It's in a good sector. It gained some momentum recently. As we can see, the move prior to today had about 143% in 12 days, 8 trading days, pulled back a bit, build a range, and then it broke out again above all moving average, which is good. Higher volume, as we can see on the bottom. SpaceX, now this is a controversial name. Pretty interesting. It gained some momentum recently, kind of built a very small range, looks a lot better on the hourly chart. Broke out today off of this small hourly, good lower highs and great higher lows. Above the moving averages here and above the moving averages on the daily chart. OUST was looking pretty decent. I bought an entry on this day, so these first couple ones are going to be my positions. I'll then continue doing my watch list, and then I also have a stock screener with over 500 names in it based on my preference criteria. So OUST looks pretty good above all moving averages. Decent sector semi that's gaining a lot of momentum recently. Great higher lows. I took an entry on this day. Not the best looking as of right now. It kind of turned around. It looked decent this morning, as you can see. The wick took above all of these highs right here, made a higher high, but to be continued. As of right now, it's not too bad. I'm still in profit. Maybe it does reverse. Dell is actually really interesting. Very big base here. It's like a 2-month base from end of May to, I guess, here maybe when it started to break out, start of August. So around a 2-month base. Was pretty choppy here and then broke out again here on this day. Higher volume, not the best, but higher volume of these last couple days. Another very strong volume day here, and it kind of pulled back ever since. It kind of had 2 pullback days, with today being the biggest one. Almost touched and bounced off of its 10 moving average. NESR, very strong and big earnings move here. High volume, as you can see. It had a kind of a big base. Just, it's actually not really any range other than this year. Just been making higher lows forever, which shows that this is very strong. And it's kind of, I mean, it kind of broke out of this. It's not the best looking range, but a huge volume, huge breakout, and then today kind of pulled back a bit. It's only down 1.5%, which is actually not that bad, given that it had a 23% day about a week ago. Last position is actually not great looking, but yeah, this is my last position. It's probably gonna stop me out, so gonna exit that position. Or, well, I mean, I have a stop loss right here, just under the 10-day moving average. We're gonna see what it does. It was pretty good looking overall. It kind of broke out here, gapped up significantly, about a 25% day off of earnings results. Big base here, about a, again, 3-month maybe. Yeah, about a 3-month base before the breakout. So this is looking very interesting overall, but there's just not a lot of follow through as of right now. And now starting to look at the rest of my watch list. I personally have FCell, one of the best looking setups in my opinion in the market. Maybe it's not ready yet, but very big base. I love these higher lows and I love these lower highs. If we forget about this failed move or this fake, well, and this one is a breakout, just kind of reversed and went back into its range. It is looking very good, one of the best setups in the market. I'll actually remove this one. It looked pretty good this morning at the time I'm filming this video. Very similar to another one, another name that I do have in my watch list, but there's not really in range. It kind of was just gapping up. Apps is interesting. Gapped up here is actually kind of trying maybe to build a range, so that's why it's my watch list. If it does build a proper range here, that's going to be real interesting. Strong earnings gap, but there's just not any follow through as of right now. If it does set up again and provide another opportunity, that can be really interesting. A-Lab, that's the other name that was gapping up this morning, tried its 50 moving average. Pretty interesting overall. Worth a spot in my watch list. Some okay higher lows. It's not the best looking setup at all, but if it were to break out and gap above its 50 moving average, that would be really interesting. Now, this was looking very, very good this morning. At the time I'm filming this again, when it was looking like this. So this is actually pretty decent wrecking range. This was off of earnings, strong move, good volume, and kind of been building a small range ever since. But if we forget about, if we go back to where it is currently, it kind of broke down here. I'm gonna keep this in my watch list for a bit. Depending on how it moves over the next couple days, I might remove this name if it just keeps pulling back again. It's actually a very strong name recently, but it's not the best looking one anymore. AOI, this is gaining a lot of strength, gaining a lot of momentum. As you can see, the volume has been picking up here. It's been up from lows to where it is currently, about 100% in like 2 weeks, about 2 weeks. Looking very good. UMAX, it's also another very strong name. This is earnings. No, this is actually not earnings. It's tariff news. Earnings were around here. Again, very strong. Actually, this took above these highs on Friday, on this day here. It's very interesting. If it builds another range, I'll be really interested in entering this name. Snow, this is a software name, a bit slower. So all of these software names are usually a bit slower, but it's actually looking pretty good. It's been a name that's, it's a name that's been really strong here. It's surfing its 10-day moving average really, really well. Looks like it wants to maybe build a range here. That's gonna be pretty interesting if it does happen. AHR, it's actually been really, really strong. One of my favorite name overall. I tried this entry. It's been up about 125% in the last 2 weeks. I entered it, unfortunately stopped me out here, and it went up right after. It happens. If it sets up again, I'd be really interested. Like I said, very strong overall. It's been almost, it's been pretty strong forever almost. Had a huge breakout here prior to that. Very big base here with higher highs, higher lows. Kind of pull back with the market here, and now it's starting to run again. So as soon as it sets up, it's one of the names I'm the most interested in. That's why it's in my watch list. And the WL, it's actually it's a pretty good looking range overall, but it's a much weaker name. If you zoom out, it's not in my, it was looking pretty good. I'm gonna keep it for a bit. I'm not a huge fan of this. RNG is actually another software name. It's actually been pretty strong recently. It's surfing its 10 moving average really, really well. It's up about 65% in the last 3 weeks. It's pretty interesting. It's nowhere near to building a range, but as of where it is right now, it's actually interesting, and this is gonna stay my watch list. Crowd, another software name. It's actually not great looking. Today is kind of a day where it's not great. It just broke under its 10-day moving average. Was really strong here, kind of a smaller base. Try to go up, and then eventually it went up, pull back, and add another pretty good run over the past, like 2 weeks? About maybe 3 weeks, up about 25%, which is, it seems pretty low, but it's a 4.2% ADR. So it's a slower name in general. 25% for this name is actually not that bad. NBIS, this is really interesting. Started to look pretty good here. Off of, was this earnings? Yes. So this was earnings. Started to look really good, had a strong volume, and then broke out of, I guess, maybe this range here. As you can see. And yeah, overall it broke out of this strong volume, good close, and then had some pretty good looking follow through overall in general. Pan W, it's another one that's very similar to Crowd, which we just talked about. So they're basically exactly or almost exactly the same thing. I prefer this one. Was a bit stronger overall, recently. So yeah, it's a 27.5% move for a slightly lower ADR. while the other one slightly higher ADR and lower move recently. So this is why, but it's basically looking almost exactly the same. HPE was one of the best looking names in the market not too long ago. Had a decent looking range here, broke out, and now I'm just looking for it to set up again. QMCO, as you can see, this has been insanely strong. It's been what, like literally up maybe 1% in about 100%, and yeah, like 5 in the last week. So this was earnings, very strong name. It's been going up ever since with pretty decent high volume. Today has been the first day where it's been down since it started to move, which is actually not a bad thing. It needs to breathe for a bit, but if it sets up again, put some great lower highs and higher lows, I'd really be interested in entering that name. Very similar to this. Again, it's building a pretty good looking range overall. I'm not a huge fan of this gap here. It kind of already broke out and then just building a wider range, but overall it's pretty strong. It's making some great higher lows. One of the thing I'm looking for the most is higher lows. Now, all of these setups we're looking at right now are all good looking. When we get to my screener, there's going to be a lot of names that I personally don't like, but all the ones in my watch list are obviously gonna look at it better because they are something I'm actually looking at on a day-to-day basis. Zeta, another one that's pretty strong overall. I'm waiting for it to actually build a base. So it's pretty much only it. It's making some great higher lows for a long time. It's gaining a lot of momentum recently off of earnings that were right here. Palantir was actually weak here, lower lows, which is something I really don't like, but had some great earnings results and been much stronger ever since. They gained some good momentum, and now the 10 moving average is catching up while this is slowing down. I'm looking to see a good range build here. PBF, very strong name again. It's been up since its 200 moving average. It's been up about 100% in the last 2 months. Pretty good looking overall. Today just went above this previous high right here. Is it at all-time highs? Yes, it is. So it just broke all-time highs today. It's actually one of the, maybe not one of the strongest names, but a very strong name overall that I have in my watch list. So I'm, again, the majority of these names, I'm just looking and waiting for them to set up again because they are the strongest names in the market as of right now. And I'm interested in entering these names because I want to be a part of what's strong. I don't want to be a part of what's weak and, what's choppy in general. I want to be a part of the strength, and I want to be into the strongest names. Exactly the same for this. Insane day. That was a 44% day. Very strong day today again, up about 4.5, well, almost 5%, let's say. And then yeah, very high name. It's all-time highs. Is it all-time highs? Yes, all-time highs again. So if you zoom out, you can clearly see this is insanely strong as of right now. It's not close to building a range, but it's one of the strongest names that you can find, and you are going to see that in a couple of seconds in my screener. This is sitting right at the top or very close to it. This is a pretty interesting name. Gaining a lot of momentum recently. The majority of these names that I do have are looking very similar because they're all catching up really fast with the market. And again, this is something I'm interested in seeing it build a range. Same for this. Pretty good pullback overall. Very strong higher lows. And yeah, I mean, today touch closed just above its 7-day moving average. Pretty interesting. Not the best looking name, but if it builds a proper range, I'd be interested in this. STX, good breakout here. It's looking to go higher. So if it does set up again, I'd really be interested in entering this. As you can see, had a pretty decent breakout. I mean, it's maybe not the best looking range, but this is maybe more accurate. Maybe this is more accurate to show the breakout, but yeah. So we're done with the watch list. That was about 30 names. We now have 525 to go, but some of them are already been reviewed. This is insanely weak. It's sitting at the top. It's up about 485%. I'm just gonna skip this. As you can see, if you zoom out, it's way too weak. It's a very small cap. It's about 20 million. This is gaining a lot of momentum. It's about $85 million market cap. It's gonna be too weak for me. it is getting, it is getting pretty interesting overall these, these past couple days, but it's not really something I'm interested in entering. It's way too small. It actually is trading pretty properly though. It's having a lot of volume. This is gonna be too weak. $15 million market, $15 million market cap. That's gonna be too small. And if you zoom out, it's pretty weak overall. But yeah, a lot of these names are gonna be up like insanely. This is, this we already have in the watch list. Looks great. It's actually not bad. Pretty strong. Kind of a newer name. The volume is picking up slowly after this move, but I'm not a huge fan of this. Kind of a random sector overall as of right now. The market is not rewarding a sector, and it's kind of a slower name. 4.16% ADR. I'm a pass. This is just too weak. It's been breaking down here. This is a biotech. All these biotech names I will skip. I'm not trading biotechs personally. The volume on this is a bit low. Overall looks okay, but I'm gonna skip because of the lower volume. $200 million market cap is actually not bad. It's just too thin. It's something that's not trading actively enough. And when I'm saying 210 or like lower volume, if you go intraday, you can just look at this and see that it's not even trading every 5-minute candle, right? It's actually not that bad, this one. There's only a couple skips, but yeah, 1 minute there's gonna be a lot more skips. Minute skip, yeah, a couple minute skips. 5 minutes is not that bad on this name. It's actually surprising because some of these very similar name are going to be a lot worse than that. But wow, huge base overall. Really not interested in this. It's actually gaining some momentum recently, but not interested overall. It's it's 250 million. It's not bad actually. But is it a biotech? Some of these names are going to be healthcare, but they are technically biotechs. It's actually not bad. It's just not trading. It's trading. It's kind of trading. It's kind of barcode-ish or choppy. It's trading choppy, if that makes sense. This is a biotech. I know that. This is too weak. When I say too weak, it's just not. I want to be in something that's going up. This is actually going up. This is looking great, but it's a biotech. I'm gonna stay out of this. Same with this. Very good looking actually. This was, if this was not a biotech, I'd be real interested in this. Blaze, I actually add that in my watch list. I'm gonna add this. Looking pretty good. It's very similar looking to some of these other names that I personally have in my watch list. In a good sector. Tech overall had some insane earnings gap here, failed, but it's building a good looking range with higher lows and back above its 10-day moving average right now, so it looks pretty interesting. Help. It's actually not bad. It's just pretty biopharma. It's pretty weak overall, but it's gaining a lot of momentum recently. That's for sure. Like this one. Yeah, about 200% in the last 2 months. I'm gonna stay out of this just because of this sector. It's a biopharma. What did it do? Is it something with cancer, mental health? I'm gonna skip on this one because of the overall volatility of this sector. Has there been a lot of the gaps? It's actually not that bad. But I will skip on this. It can be an interesting one, but I'm personally gonna skip. This is good looking with the biotech again. Software name, I'm gonna skip this because I have a lot of software names already in my watch list, and I have some stronger ones, right? You see the moving averages on this one, they're kind of all over the place. It just got back above its 200 moving average. The software names I do have in my watch list are stronger than this. I really don't like this name. It's trading really weird. Did a lot of gap ups in history. Overall, it's actually not bad recently. Kind of getting some strength here, but I'm not interested in trading this. Too low volume, as you can see. It's not even 100,000 per day. It's gonna be too low for me. This is trading very special. I'm not interested in this. It's too weak. It's trading very weird. It's very choppy overall. Forward, it's gonna be too weak, right under 200 moving average, and also in a random sector. Gonna skip this. It's actually not bad. CDNA, I know it's like biotech related, biotech-ish. Yeah, diagnostics and stuff. But it's actually not bad. You know what? I'm gonna add this. I might remove this later on if it does, you know, if it just doesn't hold its range here. It's actually building a pretty good looking range overall. If it breaks out of this, strong gap up, it can be pretty interesting. It's also a very stable name. This is biotech. Biotech again. There's gonna be a lot of biotechs. They had a decent run recently. It's actually a pretty big base. Is this a biotech? Yeah, a biotech. Yeah, clinical stage biopharma. Usually not a good sign. If you look up on Google, it's probably biotech. This is too weak overall. PAYS. I had that in my watch list. For some reason, it's not anymore. I mean, it was trading really choppy. There's a lot of wicks here. If you just look at it, you know, look at it this way, the way it's trading, it's just not trading good. It's not trading clean. Clean is the right word. It's not trading clean. I want something. I mean, it's actually not bad recently, but it's kind of, you know, this type of move. It's not moving much, slowly going up. This is usually not something I'm really interested in. It's a very, very strong name, but not something I want to be focusing on as of right now. This is too weak. UMAC, we have that. Court, not bad. Low volume. I mean, low volume today, it's about 1 million overall. What are they doing? That's gonna be risky. Is this gapping a lot? Yeah, this is gapping a lot. I'm gonna skip this. This is a biotech. This is a biotech. Another biotech. Another biotech. PSNL. It's actually not bad. Another healthcare name. It's maybe not the right play as of right now. Healthcare is just not picking up nearly as good as tech at the time I'm filming this video. But yeah, it's looking pretty decent overall. It's about 150% from lows to peak. Pretty interesting. It's kind of building a good looking range here. Cancer test, yeah, that's not great looking. It's usually biotech related. This is too weak. This is too... What? Nah, I'm gonna stay away from this. Look at this. Minus 67% in a day, minus 54% the following day, minus 34% the day after. I'm gonna stay out of this. Man. Week overall, getting some good momentum recently, about 100%-ish. Kind of a slower name. I'm gonna stay out. This is software. I do have some stronger software names, but it's actually building a pretty good looking range. It's a smaller cap though. Maybe a smaller account play. It's gonna be pretty interesting. I don't mind staying in my slower software names that are stronger. Random sector. Slow name. Not bad overall. Getting some momentum here. It's not trading really clean. Low volume. Yeah, very low volume. If you go into today, how does it look like? It's not too bad. But it's just, yeah, it's too low volume for me. UFI, it's actually, wow, it's looked pretty good recently. Gained a lot of, just had a huge day. It's giving about 2.5% again. What is this? It's really, was it earnings? Earnings are in 2 days. So I'm going to stay out of this, but it's really interesting. I might add it, or I might look at it when it comes to earnings in 2 days at this time. This is going to be too weak. This is actually pretty interesting. Therapeutics again, probably not the play. What just happened here? How big was this? How big was this gap? 94%? Dude. I'm gonna stay out of this. I'm actually gonna run away from this. Biotech, no. MPL, I actually looked at that, but I have some stronger software names. I was about to say this looks interesting. It's trading a bit. Nah, it's not trading as clean as it looked. Right when I started looking at it, but it's a biotech anyway. Software too weak. Too weak. Biotech. Low volume. In the screener, you're gonna see there's a lot of names that fit the criteria, but that are not necessarily something I want to look at. Usually under 5% ADR and like under a million volume. Usually not a great start. But yeah, this is actually pretty strong recently, but I'm gonna skip. Lower ADR. Biotech. Too low volume. Too low volume. Have that on the watch list. Too slow. Not bad. It's a bit weird looking. It's not trading clean at all. It's in a random sector. I'm gonna skip this. Broke down. Random sector and low volume. Slow, and I have other stronger software names. Too low volume in random sector. Too weak. Random sector. It's actually building a pretty good looking range overall though. Just not something I want to focus on right now. ALNT too low volume. And VCT. Wow, the volume is insanely low. I'm gonna stay out of this. Pulse. It's a bio-related name. It's actually looking very, very strong, but bio-related name. Biotech. No, too weak. It's not bad. It's actually, yeah, it's a bit slow. In a random sector. When were earnings? This was earnings. It's actually pretty interesting, but I'm gonna stay out of this. I had that on a watch list as well. Another software name that had pretty good looking around here, but I'm gonna stay in my stronger names. Now this is actually looking great. Oh, unfortunate that it's a very slow name overall, and this 3.9% AR reflects these two. This 36% in 2 days, by the way, so it's much slower than that in general. And the average volume is 62,000. That's way too low. Cake Factory, it's too low. Too slow, I meant, but low volume. Looks a bit weak. Yeah, it is. Too weak. Too low volume. This is biotech. I researched it some time ago. This is too weak. Wow, the volume is really, really low. AMC actually looks pretty interesting, but it's too weak now. It lost a lot of its strength in the last 2 weeks. Another software name. It's not too bad looking, but it's not as strong as the ones that I'm focusing on right now. This is building a pretty good looking range. Another software name. Very, very slow, but yeah, it's not the strongest one. New names making some good higher lows. Yeah, it's waiting on FDA approval for something. I'm gonna stay out of this. It's news driven. Biotech, but it looked pretty good. Biotech as well. Too weak. I was able to say this looks pretty good, but too low volume. Low volume. AHRO. I was about to say it looks good. I do have that in a watch list already. And GX. It's trading really, really weird. But no. Software names. Actually, this one's actually not that weak. Just don't like, yeah, it's not trading clean. It's, and kind of picked up. Actually, it's not looking too bad, but I'm gonna stay out of this. Biotech, HB, I have that. TBI, low volume, unfortunately. It looked pretty good. Biotech and low ADR. Lower ADR, lower volume. Volume is actually not too bad. It's kind of just random. It's like okay in a bunch of things. It's like okay ADR, okay volume, and like okay sector, like okay strength. It's not great, so I'm just gonna stay out of this. This now, it's unfortunately about deck. This too slow. This is not bad. It's not bad at all, actually. It's probably one of the, if you zoom out a bit, it's not too strong. But recently, how big was this move from lows to peak? About 200, almost 300%. It's actually great. The volume is a bit low though. Was it looking like intraday? When I'm doing that, I'm looking at if it is skipping candles. If it's not trading at least once every 5 minutes, that's gonna be terrible. Now it's skipping a couple of, not that bad. It is skipping a couple of 1 minute candles, but it's not too terrible. I'm gonna add this to my watch list. PBF, we have that. Too low volume. Biotech look pretty good. Aerospace, now this is interesting. This sector that's really catching up. It's, I mean, this one in particular broke out of this range. As you can see here, a very big looking range. It's not the prettiest, but it is a pretty strong base with higher lows. These higher lows are actually really, really good looking. They're not perfect, but they're really good looking. You can even, I guess, maybe align this with these. But yeah, pretty good breakout here. I suppose this was earnings. Yes. It is looking pretty good. I let this out of my watch list. I wanted to let this prove itself a bit more. But it's a sector and a name in general that are gaining momentum right now, so it's going to be pretty interesting. FSLY, it's actually not too bad. It's not trading really clean here, but it has some potential. I don't like it where it is right now, though. I'm going to stay out of this. Too slow. Not too bad. A lot of gaps, though. Why is there so many gaps? I'm gonna stay out of this. I'm a swing trader, so gotta be aware of overnight risk. This is too weak. Slow, and low volume. This is not looking great. Really slow, but it actually look pretty good. It looks pretty strong. It's gonna be too weak, too slow. Slow and low volume, too weak, slow and low volume. That's not a good combination. Kind of a newer name. Aerospace, it's picking up. The volume could be better. No. I'm gonna start maybe going a bit faster because we have a lot of names to review. But anyway, you guys get, you know, the criteria in general. So if I do skip some names, that's mainly that life. Wow, this one's actually really, really interesting. It's also a software name. It's really strong, really good sector, gaining a lot of momentum recently. Good volume. It was trading not really clean here, but recently it's not bad looking. I'm gonna add this to my watch list. Biotech. It's not too bad, honestly. It's a software name, so it kind of makes sense, but it was too weak. It needs to catch up a bit more for me to be interested in this. This actually looks very, very good. It's actually very choppy here, but recently this range looks good. It's just low volume. PRCH, not too bad. Weak, no. Now this is gapping up 13% after hours. Why not? It's insanely weak. It's not bad. Oh, the volume is low. Lays, that actually won a... Wow. 160% in a day. Interesting. This is building pretty good looking range overall. It's too low volume, too slow in general as well. Look pretty good, but it's a biotech. Software name, low volume. Has some potential as a biotech, unfortunately. I had that, but it's a lot of strength compared to some of these other software names. It's not bad overall. It's not the strongest one though. I'm gonna stay out, but... And I also don't want to have like every single software name in my watch list, if that makes sense. Like I want to have the best looking one, but not all of them. I want to be in leader. I don't want to be in 5 different software names. This is pretty interesting. It's a slow name, but biotech comp was not that bad until this day. Well, kind of broke down ish. It's not too bad. Random sectors, slow name. It's a bit slow. IMAX. Is it because of the... What's the movie? The Odyssey? The Odyssey or something? Where you can only like see it fully in IMAX? Maybe it is what's been driven. Maybe it is. This is earnings. No, I do have that in my watches. I was about to say it looks pretty good. This gained a lot of strength recently. Wow. I mean, it's a slower name. It actually looks better than it is. How big is... Only about 70%. I was about to say it. Look, it's not bad overall. This one, low volume. Random sector. Wow, the volume is insanely low. 30,000. That is insane. This actually looks pretty good. Well, the range looks pretty good. It's too weak overall. Way too weak. But it's a good looking range. If you're only looking at the range, this is good range. I was about to say this looks good, but it's a biotech. These biotechs are tricky. Oh yeah, I saw that gap last week. TNB. This looked actually really good here, and unfortunately it broke down. Started to run again off of some earnings juice, and then doesn't look too good anymore. But Air, slow name, but really good looking. Aerospace really is picking up. It is a slow name. I'm gonna add this in my watch list kind of as an indicator of aerospace. I have I think 1 or 2 other aerospace name, so I'm gonna have one more, and then depending on the ones that are performing the worst, I'm gonna remove these ones. A lot of these names, like I'm adding my watch list. I have like maybe 30 names watch list. I don't want to Like, I'm not looking to buy all of these names. A lot of them are just for me to understand what's happening in a certain sector, or kind of just waiting on a setup. Like, I don't have certain like, I have names in my watch list, but I have names I'm focusing on, and it's only probably going to be like maybe 10 names. And in these 10 names I'm focusing on, there's probably going to be like 1 or 2 names at a time that I'm going to be interested in buying. Like, for me to have 30 names in my watch list doesn't mean I want to buy all these 30 names, if that makes sense. Too slow, low volume, too weak. I think we're like maybe halfway done. Still have a lot to do. Hopefully you can find something interesting. This looks pretty good. Too low and, well, too low volume and too slow. Good looking range. I don't like these lower lows though. Swimmer, I saw that this morning. What a day. Oh, I do have it in my watch list already. Aerospace name as well. Slower one, 3.7 ADR. This is not bad. Wow, pretty good looking range it had here. Look at this. Almost perfect lower highs and higher lows. Literally, and strong breakout here. On decent volume. August 4th. Wow. That was looking fantastic about 2 weeks ago. I'm gonna stay out of this though, but it looks pretty good overall. Just gaining some strength. Semiconductors in general. Good setup. Too weak. Low volume. Aerospace. Come on, give me another good looking name. Something I wanna add in my watch list. Something worthy of adding in my watch list. Low volume. Too weak. It's actually not bad if it sets up properly over the next couple weeks. Can be real interesting, but as of right now, I'm not interested in this. DCO, under aerospace, slow name and low volume. Wow. As you can see, as we go further, there's a lot less high quality setups or something that fits my criteria. That's just because we're going down by 3-month performance. It is stopping at about 30%. So the highest ones are going to be the ones that have been performing the most in these past 3 months, and the lower ones are going to be the ones that haven't been performing as good. So the lower it is, usually it means that they are either weaker or lower ADR in general. So that's why I'm just skipping a lot more of these names in, right here, compared to the ones that I had earlier on when we were at the top of my screener. That's just how it goes. But some of these names are actually not bad overall still. Because the name can be performing, maybe 40% the last 3 months, but it's been up about 50, 60, 70% in the past month, for example. I was about to say, this looks pretty good. It's a biotech name. I hate these biotechs so much. They're everywhere. Frog. It's actually not that bad. I just don't like the way it trades. It just trades weird. This one, for example, past 3 months, it's up 37%. Look, it's sitting at all-time highs right now, or very close to it. Strong breakout, and if you zoom out, it's a very strong name. Oh, it's actually one of my current positions as well. Very low ADR, but very strong overall. TGB had a decent looking range. All these metal names, these basic material names, had some good looking range about a week or two ago. I mean, gold kind of broke out as well. Does make sense. Are we gonna find another name before we get to the end of this? Too slow. I'm just going so much faster now because these setups are not great looking overall. It's actually not too bad. It's just lost a lot of strength recently. It's not holding up nearly as good as these other software names. I don't think we'll find anything else, I'm afraid. We're at the end. We just reviewed about 524 names, plus maybe about 550 names. Overall in what, like maybe an hour, I suppose. Maybe a bit less. So yeah, I mean, that's usually how that goes. When I do it myself, it usually is a bit faster because I can just scroll. I don't have to explain why I don't like something. I just know it. Does that make sense? So I can just go faster. And if there's something I actually like, sometimes there's less names in here, sometimes there's more, depending on the market conditions. As right now, 500. The most I've actually seen maybe is about 700 or 800, and you know, the least is maybe about like under 100 if there's like really poor market conditions. Like maybe 2 months ago, at the time I'm filming and going to post this video, maybe it was about 150, 200-ish names. Now it kind of doubled. It more than doubled actually. So that's all these names that we reviewed in the last couple of minutes. Doesn't look like a lot, but it's over 500 names. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. I personally do that well, I did my watch list a couple times a week, but I do a deeper review once a week at least. And I'm sending my watch list, my full watch list here that we build, that we added and removed name some. I'm sending this watch list over email every Monday morning before the market opens at around 9 a.m. If you want that, it's completely free. The link's going to be in the description, and you can just basically join, enter your email, and you're going to receive my watch list every single Monday morning. So that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you want me to make more of these videos. I personally do it every single week for me, so I can literally make a lot of these videos. They're really calm videos. I like making them. It's kind of just work session, you watching me, kind of working with me here, doing some research, doing some, you know, looking at the market, looking at the screeners. So if you enjoyed that, let me know in the comments and I'll make more of these. That being said, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in the next video.